Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healings. I'm Summer Avalon on this cold, wintry evening. Got the little doggies trying to keep me warm, but it is so cold. Crazy cold. So I'm sitting here with blankets and at least one dog. Even the cat is all bundled up. It's really sort of sad. But anyways, I am so glad you are here tonight. At 10 minutes, we will start the first healing pulse. And then after that, we will do individual healing. So I know Ruth had sent me a message. She is our first timer to our group tonight, so welcome. When we get into the individual healing, just sort of watch the comments and it'll give you an idea of what others are working with. So I'm trying to see. Normally there is a comment option on my screen and I do not see it. Let me see if that's just, oh, they've changed it. Wonderful. What do you think of that, Joanne? The text is a little hard to read, so if you don't pay attention, there are some of the numbers that look like gibberish. Oh, and there's Anne Marie and Donna and Joan. It's going to be a really good night. So welcome. So I will get my little book out so I keep track. Yes, I hope everybody else is doing good. Would you believe this is week number 79 that we've been doing mini healings? That's sort of exciting. I am stuck. Am I stuck for everyone? I hope not. And there is Marina. Welcome, Marina. Can't believe it's already the 20th of January. I'm really hoping spring comes soon. When I looked at it was -7 and like -20 with our wind chill. Thank you, Marina. Good. So I wonder if it's Joanne, I wonder if that's your internet connection. I guess we shall see. Hopefully not. Very exciting. So at 10 minutes, so we've got about 3 minutes, we'll start the first healing pulse and I will give you instructions. All right, so we've got our first person who has noted something in the comments about what she wants to work on. So Joanne wants to work on cultivating more positive people in her life. That is a very nice one. Yeah, there's a lot of negativity around. So Ruth, people put things that they want to manifest. You know, sometimes it's things like what Joanne had just stated. Other times maybe it's something physical. They've got something going on they want to work on, or something emotional, or working on removing blocks to abundance, or, you know, whatever is currently going on in your life that you need some help with. Pretty basic. And most people show up on Facebook. And so if you're here on Facebook, you'll see everyone else who's on Facebook. If you show up on YouTube, there's not too many people that show up on YouTube. Usually those are more people that watch the replays. But if you're on YouTube, you might be a little lonely over there because oftentimes there's maybe one over there. A big night on YouTube. as two people, I think. Just because the support is so much nicer on Facebook. It can be a little lonely over there. So anything new and exciting for anyone? Can't say there's anything new and exciting for me other than just trying to keep warm. Ooh, it is 7:10, so I'm going to stop this scrolling thing. Somebody asked me, actually from YouTube, they commented that they said the scrolling was really distracting. So I told her I would work on that. Okay, so we will start our first healing pulse of the night. So the healing pulse is great to wherever you direct it, be it to a physical location, or if you decide you want to work on something emotional or anxiety, think about where do you feel then. And my video camera just turned off for a moment. I hope that's not a sign of the times for tonight, but hopefully not. Let me know if I'm back yet, because it was just okay. I guess we shall see. That was a weird little flicker. All right, so let's continue on with that healing pulse. So I want you to breathe in that healing energy. Allow it to go exactly to where it needs to go. And Joan is over on YouTube also, has commented that it's Mercury retrograde. And that could be very much the truth there. Oh, and there's Anne Marie. So just breathe in that healing energy. Allowing it to go exactly to where it needs to go. Okay, and that was our first healing pulse of the night. So I know I've got a few commented. Let me just go back and just see. All right, so Donna, you want to work on stress and anxiety today. Well, it sounds like a tough day, so I'm glad you're here. Stress and anxiety. Marina, that is a great thing to work on. More deserving. All right, so let's see. And Marie wants to work on courage. All right. Oh, Denise, we haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Joan, that's a very nice one. Joan's working on letting go of outcome. Okay, if I missed you, I've got Joanne, Donna, Marina, Anne Marie, and Joan. Let me know. Um, and we will be doing the next Healing Pulse in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to get my tools. Lately, I've been doing negative belief, negative emotions, and then positive emotions. And I really sort of like how it flows. So I'm going to start with Joanne. Joanne is working on cultivating more positive people in her life. You know, and the sad thing is, it's a lot harder with COVID because there's, you know, not as many things going on. Some people are super rigid about if you've been vaxxed, and if you're vaxxed but not boosted, then that doesn't mean a thing, and just total craziness for everything. It's a good thing I've got Dougies to stay home with. They keep me fully entertained. Although sometimes I wish they would talk. Okay, so I am looking for my negative belief chart. I need to just put a post-it on it because I think every week I look and flip through my booklet. Alright, so with this, we're going to see if there's a negative belief for Joanne that is playing a role in helping her be as outgoing and attracting wonderful, positive people. So let's just see what comes up. So, oh, and there's Valerie. Welcome, Valerie. So the negative belief, Joanne, is I can't make myself clear, which I don't know if that really suits or describes you now. So let me get an age on this. This is from around age 28, but something about that feeling from back then, I think is hindering you from when you go out to meet new people, new strangers. It most certainly does, Valerie. So let's go ahead and release this because this will help you free up any inhibitions or concerns about not being clear, especially when you meet new people. So we're going to go ahead and release and remove the negative belief that you can't make yourself be clear. So that did release. All right, and Donna is next. She had a tough day and is working on stress and anxiety. Let's see if there's a negative belief that's playing a role too. Welcome, Jane. All right, so let's see. Ooh, I'm nothing. Let me get an age on that, Donna, see if that is playing a role. Valerie, I will add you to the list for tummy issues. $28, Donna. So let's go ahead and release that because somehow that That time period is playing a role in now. Oh, wonderful, Jane. That's a really nice treat. All right, so releasing I am nothing from Donna. Okay, I'm getting that released and the voids have been filled. All right, Marina, we're looking for any underlying negative beliefs that would cause you not to feel that you're deserving. So let's see what that would be. Ooh, I am unimportant. Let me get an age on that. 16, Marina. Definitely need to get rid of that. All right, so that's been released and the voids have been filled. Anne-Marie is next. Anne-Marie wanted to work on courage. Jane, I will add you. Work relationships and fitting in. All right, so let's see, Anne-Marie. I'll check and see, Marina. Normally, if you have it, though, it's typically because there was a separate event. But I do think you're right with that. All right, let's just see. Yes, last week. But that was, oh, that was 16 too. But keep in mind, all the ages are tough. So it's plus or minus here. So somewhere 15, 16, 17. But typically when you have the same like negative belief or negative trapped emotion, it's because there was another event that stimulated that same negative belief or emotion. I do get it was a different event when I actually ask about that too, Marina, if that's helpful. All right, so let's see. Anne-Marie, we're going to work on courage. And it's the same one that Joanne had. I can't make myself clear. Let me get an age on that and maybe that will ring a bell. Ruth, you are definitely on the live one. No, I'm glad you asked, Marina, because I'm sure that comes up with other people too. All right, so let me get an age for Anne-Marie. Age 39, Anne-Marie. So I don't know if that rings a bell. So somewhere 38, 39, 40, somewhere in there. So let's remove that. That is playing a role in your lack of courage. Oh, and there's Sissy. Welcome. I think that's running in your family today, Sissy. All right, Joan, you are next. Letting go of outcome. Let's see what comes up for that. I am flawed. Let's get rid of that one. Let me get an age though too. See if this brings up a memory. Age 12, Joan. Let's definitely get rid of that. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. Valerie, you are next with tummy issues. I am mistaken. Interesting. Let's get an age on that, because that might have a story behind it, right? I don't know, Ruth, but I can look and see if there is some energy from negative beliefs or negative emotions that is adding to the energy not flowing through your neck and back. So I will put you on the list for that. All right, so Valerie, I'm looking for an age for you. And in about 4 or 5 minutes, we will be doing the next healing pulse. 36, Valerie. So let's release that. So that released. Jane, you are next. So Ruth, with your neck and mid-back, are you in pain or is it just really tight? Okay, so Jane wants to work on work relationships and fitting in. So with what came up for you, Anne-Marie, it doesn't really say. It's just I can't make myself clear. So was there a time when you were 39 that you were dealing with a situation or other people that described it? Sounds like a really tough time. And I am getting that did release. Thanks for clarifying, Ruth. You will be next right after Jane. So Jane, we're going to see if there's anything contributing to better work relationships. And I'm getting there is, so let's see. I can't understand. That's the negative belief that comes up, Jane. Let me get an age on that. Around age 27, Jane. So I don't know if that makes you sensitive to being around people at work. Something happened? That would be wonderful, Anne-Marie. I hope so too. So that did release and remove. And Ruth, you'll be the last one for the next healing pulse. We're going to work on a tight neck and mid-back, and we'll just see if there is a negative belief that is adding to that issue. I am uncertain. Let me get an age. around age 19. So plus or minus a year, so it could have been 18, 19, 20. I don't know if there's a situation that you were really uncertain about, but it's playing a role now with your body. That's just it, Jane. With the negative belief, it's just a short little phrase. And so think back to your life at 27. Was there something going on that you just couldn't seem to understand? Maybe you didn't understand why, or you didn't understand what was going on. All right, Valerie, I am mistaken around age 36. All right, so Ruth, I've released that negative belief. Move your neck and background and just let me know if you feel it loosened up a bit. Good, 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 good. All right, next we're going to do our second healing pulse of the night. So with this, choose a location that you want to direct the energy to. If you can't reach it, like Ruth, if you can't reach your mid-back, imagine that your hands can reach it. And so with this, I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And this is the most important part, that you are open, allowing the energy to flow. And just like the name, the energy will come in pulses. And just imagine a pulse comes in, it goes exactly where it needs to go. There's a very slight pause, and then it comes in again, going in a little deeper, a little further. Just breathe that energy in. Open and allowing. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. So next, I'm going to take the issues that you gave me, and then we're going to see if there are any negative trapped emotions also relating to those issues that you're working on. So we will find that. I've got like 400 negative emotions. And then in the end, we will work on reinforcing a positive emotion. And I've been doing that more as a group just because we run out of time. But that way you at least get some of that. All right, so let's see. So we're going to go back and Joanne, we're going to look for a negative emotion that's playing a role in preventing you from cultivating more positive people in your life. Wonderful, Ruth. That is very good. All right, so let's see what negative emotion we've got for Joanne. Flip a page. Uneasy, Joanne. Let me get an age. 16. Let's release that because that's playing a role there. So that did release, and the voids have been filled. Donna, you are next. If you are just coming in now and are not on the list, just let me know and I will add you. So Donna, we're working on stress and anxiety. Manipulated. Let me get an age on that because somehow that's playing a role in what's going on today. It may be a totally different situation, but it's something about the level of negativity. Around age 29, Donna. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Wonderful, Donna. So I don't know if manipulated around age 29, somehow that's playing a role in your level of stress and anxiety. So I've released it and the voids have been filled. Let me know if you still feel just as anxious and stressed as before when we started. All right, so Marina, you're next. Marina, we're working on you feeling more deserving, which is very important. Ooh, unhappy. Let me get an age on that for you, Marina. 14. Let's get rid of that because that's playing a role too. Fabulous, Donna. Love to hear that. So thank you for sharing that. All right, so Marina, unhappy has been released and removed. Let's see, we've got Anne-Marie next. Anne-Marie, we're working on courage. Let's see what we've got for a negative emotion. Slandered, Anne-Marie. Let me get an age on that. You're welcome, Marina. Around age 19. I'm just looking, what was the other one was much different age. So, but let's get rid of this slandered because it's helping, it's hindering your confidence and being courageous. Okay, so that released and the voids have been filled. Joan, you are next. And Joan, we're working on letting go of outcome. Smothered. Let's get an age on that. 14, Joan. So that released and the voids have been filled. Valerie, you are next. And we will do the third healing pulse in about 5-6 minutes or so. All right, so Valerie, how's your tummy issues lessening? Let's just see. Sorrowful. Let's get an age on that. 36, Valerie. Ooh, the other one was 36 too, but definitely a different occurrence. Joan, did that ring a bell? Joan said, wow, just because everyone else is on Facebook, and so you can't see Joan's comments. Valerie, you might want to cut back on that a bit. Yes. All right, Jane, you are next. So Jane, we're going to work on having good work relationships and fitting in. And then Ruth is after you. Nervous in a negative way. So let's see what age this was for you, Jane. Around a 28. Let's get rid of that because that's not helping you at all. All right, so that did release. And the voids have been filled. Okay. Ruth, you are next. Let's see if we can loosen up those back and neck muscles even a little more. Resentful. Let's get an age on that. Age 26, Ruth. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So that's not helping you. You are very welcome, Jane. All right, so that released for Ruth. You never know, Joan. All right, so I'm going to do my commercial now. So it's January 2022. If you have never had a session with me, a full private session, I am offering heavily discounted sessions for $60. Usually the rate is $90. That is valid through the end of the month. For those of you who have participated and are here tonight, thank you. What else do I have going on? If you have questions about my service, I do give free 15-minute consultations talking about healing and different modalities, different tools, how I do it. Also on my website, there are quite a few different testimonials from people of all walks of life, even a couple lawyers, a couple doctors, which that's sort of cool. And all have had really unique, interesting experiences. I wish I could say this work helps for absolutely everyone, but it doesn't. And a lot of that is not up to me. It's up to you. And preconceived ideas of what helps you or what doesn't help you can really play a role in healing too. So just be aware of that. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm easily accessible through Facebook or email. And those are on the website, which is listed on the screen, summeravalon.com. Wonderful. I'm so glad, Ruth. I'm glad you're doing well. All right, so we're going to start our next healing pulse. And for those of you who experience a deeper healing with breath, we will do the box breath tonight. For those of you who don't, just absorb and receive the energy. You are so welcome, Ruth. All right, so if you don't have a place because you've received 2 of the healing pulses and so now you're good, I suggest you send the energy either to your heart or your head. Otherwise, continue with where you were sending it earlier. So I want you to rub your hands together until they are warm. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on your hands, and I'm starting to send the energy now. And so now with the box breath, I want you to breathe in as deep as you can and hold it. And then when you can't hold it any longer, breathe out. And as you're breathing it out, imagine you are also releasing anything that doesn't serve your highest good. You're releasing and removing anything like that. And so as you're breathing out, you breathe as much of it out as you can and hold. So in and hold, out and hold. And so in, hold, and out. And just keep repeating that. And at the same time, you are accepting, receiving, and allowing the energy to flow exactly to where it needs to go. So just breathe that in. So that was healing pulse number 3. So it's going really quick tonight, which is cool. So we will be doing individual positive emotions that we're going to reinforce. And these will be helping to reinforce whatever you are working on in a positive way. So, and this week I was going to start working with you on psychic gifts, and clairvoyance, clairaudience, all the clairs, and talking about that, and then giving you sort of like what your main psychic gift is. But I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do it. I've had it done for me, and there's a lot of different layers and levels. So I need to first figure out how to do it in this format, because it's fairly easy for me to do one-on-one, but not so easy for a bigger group. So I'll have something regarding it next week, but just be aware I'm thinking about it, okay? All right, so we're going to go back to the list. If anyone's come in and wants me to add you to the list, let me know. But right now we're going to work on Joanne, and we're going to look for reinforcing a positive emotion that will help her with cultivating more positive people in her life. Let's see what that would be. Ooh, revitalize, Joanne. That's a nice one. So we're going to reinforce and use that to fill in any voids that we created. Okay, so that reinforced. All right, so Donna, we're going to reinforce something positive So we're going to do that by filling in the voids from where we took out some of those negative things. Exuberant. That is a much nicer word than stressed and anxious, right? So we're going to go ahead and reinforce that. So that did reinforce. And the voids have been filled. So, and when I released things before, I did fill your voids with healing pulse energy, but this just adds even more to it. All right, so Marina, you are next. Marina was working on being more deserving, so this I'm hoping will really help her. Ooh, forceful. I like that. I think you should be more forceful in that you are more deserving. Right? Okay, Marina, that has been reinforced. And we've got Anne-Marie next. Anne-Marie is looking for more courage. Let's see what comes up. Responsive. Ooh, that's sort of a nice one. So when I think of responsive, I also think of sort of reactive, where you do what you need to do. No, I didn't expect that one either, Marina, but I think that's a nice one for you. All right, so Anne-Marie, that's been reinforced. Joan, you are next. Joan's looking to let go of outcomes. Understanding, Joan. I think that's a good one too. All right, so understanding has been reinforced for Joan. Valerie, you're next. Nice, Ruth. Thanks for adding that. Anne-Marie, did you notice Ruth's comment? All right, so Valerie, let's see. Valerie, trusting. So reinforcing that. Okay. Jane and Ruth are left. So Jane, work relationships and fitting in. Ooh, respected. That is a good one for you, Jane. So we're going to reinforce that for you. And I think this has to do with respecting yourself, but also others. And that makes everyone easier to work as a team. Nice. Okay, Ruth, you're next. Patient. Oh, that is one of my most dreaded words. Patient. But we're going to reinforce this in you, Ruth, because you must need patience. That's one of my hardest words. Yes, I think that is a very good word, Jane. So, last week we did the good luck, bad luck thing. This week, my good luck button was on and my bad luck button was off because living one of the very few good things about having snow on the ground is when your car leaks fluids, you see it right away. And so my car was bleeding. It looked like blood. It was gross. It was sort of like this reddish brown color. So I took it to the shop. And so I'm thinking $500, $1,000, probably something horrible that I don't have the money for, don't want to have the money for. And the guy's like, oh, it's a clamp. They charged me like $69, which included an oil change. I thought that was the coolest thing because I was really dreading hearing what was going on because my vehicle is nowhere near new. So yes, my good luck button was on and my bad luck button was off. So that was wonderful. So this time, so I'm looking at to see what we did. Oh, and I also wanted to ask, did anyone try the automatic writing? Or do I need to ask next week? Do we need to talk about it? So we are going to do, tonight we're going to do the aura strengthening. And then we're going to do the brain balancing. And I know Jane's saying, yay! Automatic drawing. Cool, Marina. Do you have anything to share? Yeah, there could have been one other thing too with that. It was more transmission than power steering fluid with that color. My vehicle is a 2001, and then I've got a second vehicle that's a 1991. So yeah. Well, maybe next time, Marina, you'll have to send me a picture. That's pretty exciting. I didn't know you drew pictures. So very cool. Anyone else try it? I haven't really thought of automatic drawing. That's, wow. I'm gonna have to think about that. Quite similar, Jane. I've had new cars, but right now I only have old cars. Cool, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, very interesting, Marina. Okay, did anyone else try the automatic writing? Did you have questions? You tried but you didn't get anything, or you didn't know how to start, or and I'm experimenting lately with hypnosis. I've had a couple people who volunteered for me to do some self-hypnosis statements. It was rather interesting. I'm still playing around with it, but at some point I'm hoping to have at least a couple videos out about it. So, yes. I don't know if I agree with that 100%, Jane. It's so much nicer to have a new car and not worry about it. So, but having no car payment is pretty nice. That, or just tapping into that deep inner soul, that inner knowing that sometimes you haven't figured out any other way of accessing. So, all right, so let's do brain balancing. So with this, let's see what time it is. Perfect time. All right, so with this, you're going to do 2 fingers each hand, and you want to place your fingers about 1 inch above your ears, and you want to rub through your hair until you reach your scalp. And so what this does is it's going to intersect the pineal gland, but with the brain balancing, it strengthens the neural pathways between the left and right brain hemispheres, and it really helps balance in many different ways. And so with this, you can use your own frequencies, but you can also use the healing pulse energies to pull the energy through. And so what I want you to do is, so I'm going to rub my hands together. If you're using just your own healing frequencies, rub your hands together or turn on your energy for your hand, and you want to collect energy in one hand. So if you're going to use the healing pulse energy, imagine that you're going to pick which hand you start with, and imagine my hand is on that hand and you're collecting that energy. So I'm going to do this too. All right, so start gathering the energy in the one hand. And when that hand gets full, you're going to release the energy, so it's going to start to travel to your other hand. And so the first couple times it goes a little slow. So like right now for me, it's about halfway through. And it's now reached the other hand. And so that the other hand is gathering the energy. And when you feel that hand get full, start releasing the energy to go back. This will go a tiny bit faster, but not much. So right now for me, it's about halfway through. And it's exiting now, so I'm going to gather that energy in that hand. And when that hand gets full, start releasing it. So this will go even quicker. And so when the energy gets through to the other hand, gather that energy and then just immediately send it back. And eventually it will be like a laser pointer where it'll be that quick. So back and forth and back and forth. And with each pass, it strengthens and widens the neural pathways. Okay, so do a few more passes, and then we will move on to the aura strengthening. No worries, Joan, we just did brain balancing. So now we're going to do aura strengthening. So this is one I do encourage you to do just using your energy to get used to working with your energy. But depending on your mood, maybe you want to use the healing pulse energy too. But with this, you will also receive a week's worth of healing pulses to go to be able to use whenever you need them. And so with this, you're going to send the energy to your aura and imagine that your aura wall is strengthening, getting thicker, more resistant, and able to repel negativity. And in extreme situations, you probably even want to add some reflective coating so that any negativity is repelled back to the sender. And that's particularly helpful when people are sort of nasty these days, unfortunately. All right, so to start, rub your hands together. And this is how you activate the healing pulse. If you decide you want to use the healing pulse at a later date, you just rub your hands together with the intent that you're going to use a healing pulse. And the energy will automatically be added to your hands. And so next, you want to send your energy. I always do it this way, but I'm sort of curious if some do it this way, from the outside going in. So just imagine you're beaming that energy. Okay, so that was it for the aura strengthening. I'm just going to go back through because every once in a while I miss some comments just because of the timing of things. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Ruth did have some good comments about the automatic writing. Although I do it for a totally different purpose. I don't do it to release negativity. I do it to connect with source. And so I have a journal I keep it in. If it helps you and your writing be more free or access negativity, sure. I think that's a helpful thought to go through the release through burning. All right, so I hope everybody's doing better. Turn on scrolling. So let me know how you did. Yep, many people really like the brain balancing. Good, Sissy. You and Valerie are alike with that. Thank you, Ruth. That was very nice for you to say. I do enjoy it a lot. Good, Valerie. I hope you're feeling better. Yes, enjoy some nice rest. Yes, Jane, I know you're like my biggest brain balancing fan, but I always appreciate the feedback. Good, Donna. You seemed pretty stressed when you first came in, so I'm glad. Very glad. So I hope everybody can make it next week. And by then I'm hoping I've figured out how I'm gonna work this. Either that or maybe I'll have to do one of the self-hypnosis things that I've been working on. It's sort of cool. Actually, I used someone else's with the intent eventually I'm going to make my own. You are so welcome, Joan. Have a fabulous evening. You're welcome, Donna. You are so welcome, Denise. Glad you could make it. Yes, your aura is, or your healing pulses are in a baggie to access in the future. Oh, Ruth, that's so nice. Thank you. Marina, don't forget to send me your automatic picture drawing. I just think that's cool. I'm very excited to see it. All right. And on that note, have a fabulous week, fabulous weekend, and I hope to see everyone next week, next Thursday. Bye.